All right, welcome back to Valley por Vida. Well, the team at Kickin' Axes, as we mentioned, indoor axe throwing in McAllen, is an affiliate of the World Axe Throwing League. They host their very own competitions and tournaments, and we decided to drop by for all of the action. Take a look.
Kickin' Axes was a very cool concept from the very beginning. You know, it's very popular up north, originated in Canada, but now it's slowly trickling its way down south. And I thought that was really cool when Mark brought it up. It was at first I was kind of like, well, I mean, I don't know, it's a little different from what we're used to, but you know, we did our research, we went up there, we checked it out, and we absolutely loved it. And we kind of were like, you know what? We want to do our own thing, build it from the ground up, because, you know, being that we're all vets and first responders, we wanted to be able to give back. That was one of the big things. So if we franchised with a big company, we weren't going to be able to do that. So that was one of the cool things that I thought, like, hey, this is something that a lot of vets, first responders, anybody in general is really going to get behind, you know, and support us. So definitely we totally thought that was a really, really cool concept from the very beginning. So we've had a lot of them. We've had date night, we've had bachelorette parties, we've had an actual wedding reception here. We've had quarterly meetings from different local venues and businesses down here. One of the exciting things is that we're going to be starting leagues starting January. So that WATL, that stands for World Axe Throwing League. We are World Axe Throwing League affiliates here, so we can host our own competitions, our own tournaments and stuff like that. And we're hoping, you know, hopefully we find the best axe throwers down here and possibly send them up to an actual world axe throwing competition one of these days. That'd be very cool in our future. So the way it works, it's 3 rounds, okay, and you have basically 10 throws per round, and you can do solo matches, which is you're basically a point system on your individual person, or they have a 4-man team, so basically a team of 4 and another team of 4 competing for that top seed. And then it's 7 weeks of this league competition, and then that 8th week is when we have our final tournament with the championship and stuff for our local ones down here. So we're looking at, hopefully we do a few of those leagues. You know, we see some good axe throwers and we see some repetitive winners and stuff, and we love to sponsor them to like an actual big championship up north. So we do have a mobile trailer coming up, so that's going to be, you know, you can rent it out for your parties, wedding parties, business events, stuff like that, or even just to have there in the neighborhood. You know, we have had a lot of people asking about it, and it is in the works, and we're hopefully going to have it ready by next year to be rented out. It's one of those that we can, it's a legit trailer, and it's going to have 2 targets like this, and we're going to pull it around wherever. We're going to meet you where you guys want us to meet at.
There you have it. It's 2021, and the Kickin' Axes team is in search of the best axe throwers here in the Rio Grande Valley, because they want to train you to go to the National World Axe Throwing League competition. If you'd like to book around and give it a go at the bullseye, you can drop it by Kickin' Axes in the city of McAllen. Their phone number is on screen, and you can also log on to kickinaxesrgv.com for more information. All right, well, let's hop on over to South Padre Island to check in with friends at the RG Reef. They're located 12 miles north of the SPI jetties and within state territorial waters, covering 1,650 acres. Their team has created by far the largest reef off the Texas coast, and our team hit the waters for a glimpse of all their action.
I'm Dr. Richard Klein. I'm from the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley in the School of Earth, Environmental, and Marine Sciences. I'm also the science advisor for the Friends of the RGV Reef. And today we're going to witness the deployment of a 96-foot shrimp boat that's going to be deployed on the seafloor for the sake of increasing fish populations in the Rio Grande Valley Reef. It's taken about 6 months to get this boat cleaned up. It's mainly done by volunteer work. They've had to clean all of the oils, a lot of the wiring, and some of the paint has to come off the boat to actually get it ready to put on the seafloor, because we can't have these items on the seafloor with the fish. Well, so the Rio Grande Valley Reef is very special. It's the largest artificial reef placement on the Texas coast. It's 1.2 square miles. It's got tens of thousands of tons of materials in it to date. And this will be the largest boat that's been sunk out there to date as well. About 30 feet longer than any of the other two boats that are out there. So it's going to provide some excellent habitat. What we're trying to create with this reef is actually a self-sustaining reef that actually starts and provides habitat for the very smallest fish that arrive all the way up to the adult fish that can spawn there. Okay, so this is going to be a little complicated, and it's also going to require some brave people to do it. What's going to happen is they're towing the boat out there. There's two there. They're going to put 3-inch pumps on the boat, and those are actually going to pump seawater into the boat to fill it up to help it sink. But before it sinks, they've got to get those pumps back off the boat. Certainly, I'd like to thank EMR, Shipbreaking International, who actually donated a lot of time and space to clean up this ship. This boat's actually going to be renamed the EMR Captain Barry as it sinks to the seafloor. Because of that, we've also like to thank Keith Judd, who volunteered a ton of time for cleaning up this vessel. It took about 6 months of volunteer time to actually clean it up before it was ready to deploy on the seafloor for everybody to enjoy once it settles down there and they can actually capture fish off of it. So yeah, this project, this entire RGV Reef project encompasses tons of human hours and donations to get this almost 100,000 tons of material on the seafloor to date. We'd also like to thank very much Dale Shively from Texas Parks and Wildlife Artificial Reef Program, who actually was the one that had to get all the permits and get everything set up to actually establish the RGV Reef, and all the donors and other people that gave time to actually put these materials down and donate the time to actually get the materials on the boat to put them down. I think this will be a great reef for decades to come for people because, as I said, we've got habitat for juvenile fish. We place them out with the best science available to actually have habitat for juvenile fish, intermediate fish, and adult fish there to complete their life cycles.
Friends of the RGV Reef will continue with their mission of putting fish back into the Gulf of Mexico by restoring lost nursery reefs and then providing graduating-sized stepping stones of complex habitat to carry multiple species throughout life stages. It's a big job, but they love what they do. If you'd like to lend your support for the nonprofit, feel free to visit their office in FAR, give them a call, or log on to rgvreef.org. All right, well, we've got some friends in the city of Harlingen who want to encourage you to try something new in 2021, like martial arts. Karate, taekwondo, and kickboxing are just some of the ways that you can diversify your workouts this new year. And we've got all of those details, so go ahead and take a look.
So my name is Miss Tabitha, and I am the manager and instructor at Premier Martial Arts in McAllen. And basically what we do is we empower lives through martial arts every single day. So new year, new you, we always say that all the time, but now it's time to actually take action. So here what we say is, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. It might be a little intimidating thinking about martial arts, but whenever our students come in here, whether you're a child or you're an adult, you're gonna have the time of your life. Well, again, you're growing, you're learning from yourself, and you're growing with the peers that are here with you in the class, and you're just basically empowering yourself as well. So here we work in a 6 feet apart. You know, we do sanitize as we come into class. Everybody under the age of 10, over the age of 10 is required to wear a face mask. And we disinfect before and after classes because safety is super important here. We want to be able to keep our doors open. We want to be able to continue empowering lives. And so safety is number one here for me. So I know that right now, you know, students might be at a point where they're getting a little tired, they're getting a little anxious when it comes to Zoom. And at the very beginning, we were very fortunate enough to have, you know, all of our students jump on board, and you should have seen us. We had like 100 people at a time doing our classes, being on Zoom, and we're trying to focus on everybody. We'd have all of our instructors as well as encouraging. So that was really awesome, and we had a lot of positive feedback from our parents telling us that you know, with the difficult situation, this is the one thing they were looking forward to. You know, at the end of their day of school, doing their online classes, they were already jumping on, putting their uniform on, and waiting for the time to click for that Zoom class to begin. And, you know, right now, you know, some students might not feel so comfortable coming in. We still offer Zoom classes for a lot of our students that, you know, want to train at home and, you know, keep that extra safety as well. So 2020 was a difficult year for a lot of different people for different reasons, right? And, you know, with the 2021 starting up, you know, this is a time to take opportunities that you didn't know you had, you know, take advantage of wanting to try something completely new, push yourself there, you know. We don't want to, you know, regret not taking that extra step. So this is a year to really push yourself to do that.
For more information, feel free to visit their team in Harlingen or give them a call. Well, that's all of our time for today. We want to thank you so much for making us a part of your morning. And be sure to follow our Valley Por Vida team on social media and join us again tomorrow. There's plenty going on in your neighborhood and we're breaking it all down. We'll see you then.